get to do. This is called the Grave Face Museum. And right now we're just going to kind of show y'all some of it. We've done this before, but they have a new exhibit. So if you're ever in Savannah, Georgia, please come to this place. It's right off of Bay Street and River Street. I believe this was from one of the voodoo things. If y'all want to pause this and read any of this, you're more than welcome to. But we are going to talk to the people about doing a possible investigation. But just wanted to kind of share this with you guys. A lot of alien stuff. Hey Susan, what's going on? Done this place once before, but they do have some new exhibits, so I wanted you guys to kind of go along with the journey with us. And we're going to email the owner, and possibly we'll get an investigation going on in this place, because they have a lot of creepy stuff, and it gets a little bit creepier as we go. And this is going to be the circus part. So if you're ever in Savannah, please come check this place out. A lot of Ringling Brothers and stuff digging out from another snowstorm. Oh, I bet. It's actually gotten a little cool down here. Yeah, this is some different stuff. This is actually pretty cool stuff. So this is called the Grave Face Museum here in Savannah, and it's kind of tucked away off of River Street and Bay Street. And they just have a lot of really cool artifacts and stuff, like from the circuses and freak shows and things of that nature. So, and they've added some new stuff on. Some of this stuff's really new, Terry. You know it? Some of this stuff's new, yeah. But we're going to email the owner and possibly get a paranormal investigation, because of some of the stuff they've got in here is definitely haunted. I think this is more sideshow stuff, but it's definitely one of my favorite places to go. I absolutely love going to places like this. The Wolfman. This is more of the sideshow stuff. Hey Terry, this is what we're gonna need.
Sorry, did you see?
Yes, I did.
Size cast?
Yeah, we're gonna need this.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, this is cool. I like this one.
And you can come down here and they have all these spin balls machines and stuff, and you can play all these for free as long as you want. And you can come back all day long if you want to just come back in here, so your ticket's good for all day. So this is located in Savannah, Georgia, and it's right off of River Street and Bay Street in Savannah. We'll leave a link in here on what everything is. I don't know what the hell these were. That would be awesome. So, might have to come down there just to go get away from the zone. Oh yeah, 100%. More than welcome anytime. Are you still doing the tour thing? Or?
Yeah, whenever you can get over there.
Okay, good. So you can play all these for free, like I said, and all day. Oh, cool.
We haven't.
We haven't.
No,
No.
we haven't.
No.
Good. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
gonna give y'all a quick little debriefing to make sure you have the same baseline knowledge and you can get insights. And he's not a serial killer. He was a grave robber active in the late 40s into the 50s. He robbed the graves of married women. However, he did murder 2 additional women as well. So Ed Gein is known for making furniture and apparel out of his victims'
That's where the
bodies.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre came from. Yep.
And
Okay.
that has inspired quite
Very
a few
familiar of it, yes.
Norman Bates' Psycho,
Yeah.
the Fate of
Yes.
the Chainsaw Massacre, and then Buffalo Love on Silence and Lambs were all inspired by him. So, this building, the first floor will explore the misconceptions of Ed Gein in Hollywood.
Hey, Tank, what's it
There are a
doing?
lot of things that are repeated so much in the media, it gets a little bit confusing to know what is real and what isn't, and that was what the record district found upstairs.
Sweet.
Upstairs is like factual, museum exhibit stuff, just like stuff we would expect to see.
Right, cool.
American Star is quite graphic. You will see Indiana Jones exactly like his last murder victim. So she will be naked and mutilated. If anyone feels uncomfortable, you're more than welcome to step outside
Oh,
or
no,
go
we're-
upstairs. Without further ado,
I was a fireman for 10 years. I'm good. Yeah, they're free.
Oh, this is cool.
So this is a recreation of his
loosely.
loosely, yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, y'all. So let's chat about a few things. First off, let's talk about the lamp in here. We got a table lamp that looks like it's made of human skin. So that
Yes.
is 100% Hollywood bullshit. Ed Gein never made any lamps. His house never had electricity. So no lamps were made. There were quite a few lamps in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So
Yes.
it's a little bit confusing. Also, Ed Gein did make a wastebasket out of human skin. And a trash can looks awfully similar to a lampshade. So we think that's where that misconception comes from.
Okay.
We also have a chair in here that looks like it's made of human faces
Yeah.
all stitched together. So that is rooted in reality and ridiculously exaggerated. Ed Gein did make 2 to 3 chairs, but they looked nothing like that.
Got you.
They had a wooden frame. They had a panel of leather where your bum would sit, and that
Yep.
leather was made of human skin. If you didn't know it was human skin, you would have never guessed. Looks like normal
Oh.
antique dining room chairs.
Yeah.
We actually have a couple photos of them upstairs, and I can point them out to y'all.
Okay.
We also
No, I
have
have not.
some wall decoration that looks like it has vulvas, nipples, ears, fingers on it. That is not real. Ed Gein never made art out of the crazy things he had in his house. He did have some crazy stuff though in his house. A shoebox of 9 vulvas, severed bones, various organs. He made a few bowls out of the top of human skulls.
Skulls, yeah.
As far as apparel goes, he made a few face masks out of women's faces, but actually had like pieces of string that he could tie behind his head and wear around,
Oh,
and then a
wow.
few corset belts as well. Also on the property, they found the body of Bernice Worden, and that is his second and last murder victim, right before he was caught in '57. So crazy story about her. She worked at the hardware store, and then her son was the sheriff. So Ed Gein stops by this hardware store. He gets some antifreeze, and then Bernice actually writes out a receipt that includes Ed's name on it. Later on, her son, the sheriff, stops by. He sees no one is working, so he investigates a little bit further. He finds blood on the floor, the cash box is missing, and the receipt that has Ed's name on it has been left on the counter. She says, oh, Ed Gein must know something about this. So they get a warrant, he gets the team together, and they go to the farmhouse. The sheriff was not the one to find his mother,
Thank
Bernice, like that.
God, yeah.
Someone else on the team was. Regardless, that's pretty awful. I can't
Yeah.
imagine. If it's any comfort to y'all, she did not feel this. She actually died from a bullet wound in the hardware store.
Okay,
So
good.
She was dead before
Yeah.
she got to his property. How we have her displayed is actually pretty accurate to
Mm-hmm.
how she was found. Upside down, decapitated with her wrists like bound to her sides.
Mm-hmm.
Spread bar at the ankles. This is kind of a toned down version, believe it
Yeah.
or not. She was actually completely split from the genitals up the sternum and then disemboweled.
Yep.
The book that the judge wrote about it even says that her insides look like they had been washed out with like water. And then the heart they found like separated from the body, and it was actually like, wrapped up in jacket, wrapped up in paper. And they knew it was an organ because when they started to unwrap it, it's like Wisconsin in the winter, right? So it's like cold.
Yeah.
They started to unwrap it, and then steam had started to come from the package before it was like completely unwrapped.
Oh
Crazy,
my.
right? Like that's
Yeah.
like the stuff out of movies.
Yes.
They also found her head, or severed head, like in a box on the property as well. So I'm gonna let y'all look around downstairs. We're trying to make it as scary as possible.
Yeah.
Whenever y'all are ready, just head up those stairs right there, and I'll be up there ready to talk to y'all about some more factual aspects.
Cool. Sounds
Okay.
great. Thank you.
You're welcome, of course.
That is cool.
Yeah, this is really cool. No, we have not investigated this place yet, and this is new. I told you. So he had her in the barn like that.
Yes.
The sheriff didn't find her, but the deputy found her. So y'all heard that. The reenactment of the lady here was actually the sheriff's mother of the county, and a deputy actually found her in there. So they're trying to make it as, factional. This is creepy as hell. Yeah, and it would have been more gory than that. They cut her
Yeah.
disemboweled. Yeah.
Just doing a short vid here on my.
Yeah, no problem. So this guy actually inspired the Texas. This is what inspired the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It is insane, but no, we have not done a paranormal investigation here. But that's a possibility because we have the
Yes.
connections.
Yes.
Go ahead. Oh, this is really cool. Yeah, these are some crime scene pictures.
There is.
There is, yeah. So viewer discretion is advised.
At the comparison microscope examination evidence in the old days of the crime lab at Northwestern University.
Oh, so these are police officers?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Who's
so-
the murdered people though?
I'm not sure. But they
Look
look.
at those people just looking and.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Weird times back in the 50s.
Oh my gosh, this one's pretty graphic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Oh, to be a cop back in the 50s, I know.
Oh
And look at these cops. There's cops right there. Patrolman. Look at this one. Hey, what's up, Buckaroo? Yeah, I don't want to be too graphic with it. But it is what it is, I guess. Oh, there she is. I thought you
Alright, y'all, so I'm going to point out a few really key things about this room, and I'm going to ask me any questions. Just look around. So first off, let's chat about the images on this wall right here. So if y'all went online and you Googled Ed Gein crimes, Ed Gein evidence,
Yeah.
these are the kind of images that'll come up. All of this is fake, y'all. None of this is real. So
Okay.
as you all know by now, there is no such thing as an Ed Gein lamp.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, there is no such thing as the Ed Gein nipple belt. It's not real. I don't know where it came from. The only thing here that's kind of loosely based around fact will be the skull bowl. But even that's a little bit like theatrical and silly because that's not how bones work. If you had put anything in that bowl, it would fall through the bottom.
Correct.
So he would use the top portion of the skull. But these are all being presented as if they're fact online. And that
Yes.
makes it really hard to know what's real and what isn't. And the fact that all of his evidence from the crimes have been destroyed does not help either. Yeah, and I will get into that in a second. Before then, let's talk about these two men right here. We got Joe, we got Alan Vilimovsky. They were two brothers, two prosecutors for the case. So Joe was the polygraph specialist, and he was the one conducting all the interviews with Ed Gein from the very beginning to the very end. So Joe was the one who ultimately got all the confessions out of Ed Gein.
right.
His brother Alan was the ballistics expert at the Wisconsin Crime Lab. So Alan was originally brought onto the case because Bernice died from a gunshot wound in the hardware store.
Yes.
Alan was also part of a team of men who went to exhume 3 of the 9 graves Ed Gein confessed to robbing. Of course, they had to prove that Ed Gein was telling the truth when he confessed, but also it was widely speculated that it would be impossible for one man to go to a graveyard, dig up a coffin, either remove the whole body or part of the body
By
because sometimes
himself.
exactly.
Yeah.
But Alan told prove yes, it is possible, and Alan even says it is easier than you will think. Also, it is important to note that these are the kind of coffins that they were working with. I think it's the same time period, so
Right.
a lot smaller, a lot lighter than the modern coffins we have today. If y'all tried that with a modern coffin, it would be impossible.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's why you need like
Exact-
6 pallbearers.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So next up, we got this photo, original crime scene photo of all the bagged up evidence. And y'all could even see the chairs I was talking about. And as you can see, super normal looking, right?
Right.
You would have never guessed that
Yes.
they were made of human skin. Crazy thing about this case, Ed Gein was never tried in court over grave robbing. They only tried him in court over the murder of Bernice Worden. Few reasons for that. They knew he was guilty, right?
Right.
There's no way he's getting out of that one, and he's going to go away for a long time, allegedly, right? Also, they did not want to put all the families of the victims through the unnecessary trauma that a years and years long case would take. But thirdly, all this stuff that they had taken in this photo was obtained illegally. They only had a warrant for things pertaining to the case of Bernice Worden. They had no idea Ed Gein was grave robbing when they went there. They were
Right.
there strictly for Bernice, right?
Yeah.
So when they went there and they saw all this crazy stuff, they took it. But yeah, they weren't supposed to do that.
Right.
While in police custody, all these things, you have to remember these are body parts, right?
Yeah.
They
Yes.
started to rot. They started to get a little stinky in there. So at the time, in the 50s, it was the Wild West. They chose to cremate all those things in order to preserve the dignity of the victims, right?
Okay.
That would never happen today.
Right.
But also, you have to remember, this was before DNA testing, right? So
Yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah.
that they could return the victims or
Find out who they belong
Exactly,
to. Yeah.
exactly. So these are the like we're working with severed bones here. You know what I mean? We're working with like tiny little pieces of things.
Yeah.
So they had no hope to returning them to like the families of
Yes.
the victims. So That would never happen today.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, they chose to cremate all that as well as the photos of all the evidence that was taken illegally. So as of now, like the only photos that exist from the Ed Gein crimes will be like crime scene photos from Bernice's, like for the Bernice case.
Okay.
So that's why we have the photos back here of Bernice. Just because
That was the sheriff's mother, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So as you can see, the downstairs mannequin is pretty
Accurate,
Yes,
yeah.
And there
Absolutely.
is a third photo that exists that we don't have that actually shows her front portion.
Oh,
All
wow.
three photos are published in this book right here. And this book was actually written by the judge who was in charge of the case. Crazy,
Oh, that's cool.
right?
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that kind of
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
little.
he published that right after Ed Gein died.
Of course he did, yeah.
Right? And they also show a photo of her severed head as well, which is like kind of distasteful, right?
Yes.
It's kind of intense.
But people that want to see it are going to
Oh,
buy
yeah.
that
yeah.
book. Yeah.
So that was super controversial at the time. But
Wow.
all right, y'all. So since all this evidence was burned, well, that's not the only thing that was burned down, actually. So on this TV right here, any of this colored footage that you're seeing right now, that's footage taken by a reporter the morning after someone set the farmhouse on fire. So on this day, they were supposed to have an auction. There was like an auction scheduled. They were auctioning off like his house, his furniture, as well as his farmland. But the night before, someone from the town swung by, set the place on fire on purpose. So it was technically
I wouldn't
arson.
blame
Arson,
them.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
See,
seriously.
and then everyone in the town, though, including the police, were kind of on the same page, so no
Right.
one got in trouble.
Yeah.
And that page was Ed Gein sucks. He's an awful man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a really poor representation of our tiny little town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did not want that house to become kind of a sick tourist
Yeah.
destination
Yes.
for people who had no business in the town to begin with,
Yeah.
right? So no one was mad about it. So farmhouse gone, all this stuff gone. So that makes this piece right here in the corner the last piece of human remains creation by Ed Gein to still exist. And what we're looking at is actually a keychain that was used by Ed Gein. He had his truck keys attached to this.
No
Which, if I
kidding.
saw that, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag, 100%, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, this guy's up to something bad. But the keychain even has his little name on it. We know this lock of hair was taken from someone after they died. We know it's because there's still quite a bit of scalp fragments attached to it. This did not come from either of his murder victims, Mary Hogan or Bernice Worden, because those two women had much shorter hairstyles at their time of passing. Also, Bernice had quite a bit of gray in her hair at the time of
Yeah.
passing. So, not from either of them. This could come from any of his other grave robbing victims.
Yeah.
A lot of them looked very similar physically because they all looked very similar to his mother. He would actually go through the obituaries and then purposefully target women who look like his mom. Growing up, he was
That's
heavily
twisted.
I
Yeah,
know,
that's
he was
weird.
heavily abused by both of his parents. His father was like a drunk and then would abuse him when he was drunk, but his mother was insane. She would dress him up as a woman and refer to him by a woman's name growing up, and it really instilled some really deep gender dysphoria
Yeah.
in him. So she passed away in 1945, and that's what started all this. So after she died, he kind of went a little crazy. He started digging up bodies and then dressing up as his mother in his own home. And then his last two victims were murder victims. So, yes.
Did he inspire the Psycho movie?
Yes, yeah.
This expired that. I knew the Texas Chainsaw, but
Yes,
that
right?
sounds
So then when you
okay.
think about that, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
totally
makes sense now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So he started this in 45, and then he got arrested in 57. So all this stuff was like really spread out, and then his last two victims were murder victims that were 3 years apart. So
Yeah.
he got away with murder for a good solid
Yeah.
years. But the thing is, it's so crazy that like I don't understand what they were doing in the 50s, but it was not police work. But,
Yeah, no.
oh my gosh, there's even like a story about how Ed Gein, while in town, someone was like, he was at the bar and someone was like, oh, I wonder what happened to Mary Hogan, and he was like, she's at the farmhouse right now. But no one was like, oh, that's kind of suspicious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Nothing happened for a solid 3 years until Bernice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so crazy stuff. Ed Gein never went to prison, y'all. He was actually deemed criminally insane and diagnosed with schizophrenia. So he got to live out like the rest of his days in a mental institution where he died of natural causes. It is
No.
right? It was widely
Oh.
speculated that Ed Gein was actually not schizophrenic. That was kind of a blanket term they used to
Yeah.
describe anyone
Yeah.
crazy in
Yeah.
the 90s. Clearly something was wrong with him mentally. He was like making skin suits of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't schizophrenia. In the interviews between Ed Gein and Joe Wilimowski, Ed even talks about how he knows what he was doing was wrong, but that he felt the compulsive need to do it anyways.
Wow.
Crazy, right? Also, fun little tidbit, not fun actually, kind of awful. So Bernice, the woman downstairs, he had actually asked her out on a date a couple of weeks prior to like the new roller rink in town, and then afterwards, she had said no, obviously.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, when he was questioned about it by authorities, he claims that it was a joke. He asked her out as a joke.
Oh yeah. Right.
BS.
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because he didn't treat any of his other victims like that. She
Yeah.
was the only one strung up like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little bit of a personal vendetta. But
Was he aware that that was the sheriff's mama though?
I don't don't think so.
Because that might have changed something there. If
Yeah,
he,
right.
you wouldn't want to,
Yeah,
you know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Crazy stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Awful, man. Yeah, justice was not served with that.
Yeah. Well, in the 50s, I don't think they had the police academy or the training like they do now.
Yeah.
So it's just
Exactly.
like you hired on and go. Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, this is awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Y'all can read around, and if y'all think of any questions, feel free to ask me.
Sweet.
And even if I don't have the answers, I can run over and ask Chloe.
I know you've got the answer. You're good. You're good at what you do. 100%. You're awesome.
Thank you.
I'm more curious to see these chairs again.
Crazy. And then there's also another photo over here. The chair that he's holding in that photo is the chair as well.
So,
And these are actually
there's
photos
Psycho,
of
which
his
expired
house.
it.
That man lived in an absolute pigsty.
And then the
So,
Texas
how
Chainsaw
they
Massacre.
decorated downstairs is actually pretty
Yes.
accurate. But the reason downstairs is so
Oh, it looks like
messy
it might have
and
inspired
downstairs is so tidy is this room
Hannibal
is meant to
Lecter.
represent how he kept his mother's room. So in the farmhouse, like his mom's room was still in there, and it was like pristine. But everywhere else was like an absolute pigsty like that. Crazy, right?
So, did he inspire Silence of the Lamb too?
Yeah. So Buffalo Bill from Southern.
Oh, there you go. Okay, Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
He wasn't real, Buffalo Bill?
No, that things.
Texas Wiener?
No.
Nope, that's inspired by Ed Gein though.
Yeah, well,
Telling the truth.
so they took so Buffalo Bill was Ed Gein. Yeah. Oh, shut up, Terry.
Yeah, they get the skins into ladies. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Big old fat girls. You got to say it right.
Put some lotion on his
Jesus Christ.
But that was based on a real. Don't tell me though. I'm
No, it
sure
was
there's
based
a
on
lot-
Silence of the Lamb. That
I'm
makes
sure there's
sense
a lot
now.
of men that have done that though. Just like, I'm hoping that the whole
Hey, buddy,
skin
what's up,
suit
man?
thing, I'm really hoping. You know, you can't underestimate.
Well, this is cool.
Was his farmhouse.
Yeah, the farmhouse. And then on this little map right here, that's his property right there, the far left. I know.
Wisconsin State Crown Lamb. This is cool.
That's wild. You have to.
That was a
think,
big ass
though-
house, though.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, what was he thinking or looking to accomplish by doing that stuff?
He was just fucked up.
He was just
That's
a
what I'm
crazy guy.
saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, his mom dressed him like a girl and called him.
but what would possess you to take someone's skin and make a chair out of it because your mom made you dress as a
What would
girl?
make a
If
man?
you're a crazy person and you're abused,
It
that's
could fuck
what
with you,
that's
yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
guess so.
All you have to do is be abused and mentally ill, then you turn on
And you know what? What's with the women's private parts?
Yeah, just like a weird fixation.
That's
on
what I'm
gender.
saying, yeah.
So if I start tucking my wiener in at home, then you should probably call the police. Red flag. Call the police, quick.
Call the police or throw you a bottle of lotion.
There you go.
Well, that's it. We can go back down now. We're gonna. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Ask you the pictures on the stairs.
So those are all taken by Joe Wilimowski. So that was like this guy right here. Those are of the Chicago beer wars. So basically turf wars between gangsters in Chicago about who
Oh,
could
no
sell
shit.
beer in what neighborhood. And if you were caught
Okay.
selling beer in the wrong neighborhood, you would get killed execution style. So that's what you were seeing coming up this stairwell.
That's cool. So they'd kill you for selling beer.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This would have been a later time than Al Capone, right?
Yes. hmm
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Al
Yeah, it would
Capone-
have to be. Yeah.
Yes, because Al Capone, I believe, was wasn't he in the 30s?
Yeah. This was after the.
That would have
Let me-
been
let me
probably in
make sure.
the 50s.
So she said that
I'm just curious.
this was between the mafia war and who could sell beer. So if you were caught selling beer illegally, you were killed executional style.
And there's a town called Moose.
I'm from Wisconsin now. I have to say the snow drove us.
It is.
Well, Susan, you're more than welcome. We have a place for you to stay when you come down here. You don't have to. You don't have to. What the fuck was that? Just went in front of me. Y'all saw that? But this place would be really cool because, like, I think this place would definitely be haunted, just for all this shit that they've got here. I'm gonna show y'all the. I'm gonna leave her ass here. She'll talk all day. But yeah, so when you get admission in here, you can play pinball for free. It's inspired by a true story. Silence of the Lamb, Buffalo Bill was inspired by that guy, and then you've got You've got Psycho was inspired by it, and then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre inspired it. Hold on, y'all. I failed. So you're gonna watch me play spinball. That's cool. That was cool. You get it, brother. I was trying to get it. She's still in there talking. Let's see. Wow, that's crazy. He's trying to play. You get it, bro. Oh no, I was just showing y'all. I didn't want to bore y'all with like playing the game, but I'll show y'all a couple of the pinballs. So, Haunted House. I like Haunted House. Freddy Krueger, Monster Bash is cool. Dracula is really cool. And they have the old school Dracula, Elvira. Yeah, this is pretty neat. My brother-in-law actually has one of these. But yeah, this place is really cool if y'all are ever here. But yeah, so no, Psycho was not real. And Psycho was not real. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre was not real. But they, these are some oldies, dude. Tank, these were the ones that we would have played like in arcades when we were growing up and went to things. But there's more of the tour. I'm just waiting for her. And do you remember this one, Tank? I remember playing this at the arcade in the mall, the House of the Dead. There's Terry.
Yeah, we did some like Halloween Eve stuff. We were open on Halloween because we want to obviously.
That's yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the thing. So
And then you got Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, those are vintage. You know, I want one of these. I want this one, the Haunted House, and I'd really love the Monster Bash. Yo, yeah, thanks.
Serial killer Cole Sutton will be up there.
okay,
All right, cool.
awesome.
The owner of the museum.
Cool,
Perfect.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, of course. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna keep
So,
going. Debriefing the
Yeah, hey, I'm old too, dude. Look at these weird things. Oh, what?
I like her.
She's very, very knowledgeable.
Yes. And very personal.
Yes. Oh yeah, this is serial killer stuff. I think y'all seen this before, so I may not show this part. Yeah, it looks like they've added some stuff to it.
Oh, this is what's his name?
Charles Manson. Yeah. If you're into that. All right, guys. Well, I'm probably going to end this. I don't want to show y'all too much of this stuff, but yeah, if you're ever here, come down here and check it out. And we'll see you guys soon, okay?
Keep it spooky.
Keep it spooky, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
You said, yeah, right, Josh, hold my ass. I am old. I'm 36. How old did you think I was?
I have no idea.
Oh, see, yeah, there's some gore stuff here. Okay, there is some different stuff here. I'll show y'all Simpson. That's O.J. Simpson. Okay, we're going to give this one more.
Oh my gosh.
These are new.
Neck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't think this was here before.
Nope, I don't think so.
Tonya Harding.
So you was 20. No, I'm 36. 26. I remember some stuff. This is the Crazy Man and the Kool-Aid stuff. I think I showed y'all before. And then I'm not going to go into the serial killer thing. And then, of course, if you worship the devil, here's all that stuff here. What's that thing? Go, I love the devil. And I can't wait for all my pentagram merchandise to come in. Oh, 58, okay. 30 something is not old. Okay, well, how old are you, Terry?
Pardon me?
Not you, I was talking to the other Terry. Who is this? Oh, my Lord.
Oh no, that's the
This is
the
new.
daughter,
John Wayne
yes.
Gacy, yeah.
the Bob. Not what's her name? Her, that little.
Yeah, I know
girl.
who she is. Casey Anthony.
No, not was it Casey? Was it Casey?
Well, it
Anthony?
says it right.
was-
We think our parents did it.
Yes, I thought it was like no.
Oh,
It
cool.
wasn't Bob, but it wasn't. Dang.
Me too.
Humans are arbitrary and in what they
Hmm.
call the next level.
Now that's gonna bug me. Sorry.
Does anybody know the girl these people, these parents right here, and then this girl here? She was the little girl that went missing. That's old Tupac right there. Oh, that's decapitation right there.
Here's the book. It says about the Columbine.
Yeah, Columbine. Yeah, this is cool. They put some new stuff in here.
Oh, Jack Kevorkian.
And then here's Crazy Man. I think all this is new too. Oh yeah, it is. I know. I take it you're probably in your 30s. All right, guys. Well, y'all keep it spooky. We're going to end it and we're going to go in here. What?
Joan
John-
Bennett Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Yes,
Ramsey, that was her name.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's Bennett.
Yeah, they've added a lot of stuff here. John Benet Ramsey. Somebody
Benet,
just said,
sorry,
yeah.
Benet.
John Benet.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think the brother did it, my personal opinion. Just saying.
Yeah, well, her parents know more than they're letting on.
Well, they do.
All right, guys. We're going to, y'all keep it spooky. I hope you enjoyed the
We're gonna
video.
solve some crimes here right away, so.
Yeah, we got to get back to our police work now. We got a lot of stuff to go through. See y'all. Love you. Love you too, buddy. All right, guys. Y'all keep her spooky and we'll see you soon. Bye.